Welcome to video number 3 in this WordPress syllabus, and in this WordPress chapter or this video we're going to have a look at WordPress.org or WordPress.com versus WordPress.org. And in the previous video I kind of discussed this, and I had a general chat about WordPress.com versus WordPress.org, and we had a look at the two websites where in this video, we're just going to have a little bit of a discussion between the two so that you can differentiate which one fits you the best, right? So before we go on, when we talk about WordPress.org, in general terms, we will call this a cloud-hosted WordPress application, where WordPress.org is self-hosted WordPress application. So for you, you need to understand that .com is cloud hosted, and .org, which is your own, is self-hosted. So let's have a look at WordPress.com, the cloud hosted. So WordPress.com is owned by a company called Automatic. It's the same company that created and still creating WordPress, for the world out there. And the base of the whole .com is it's based on having a blog site, nothing more. So when you look at .com, it's more orientated for bloggers, for writers than anything else. So to know that the WordPress.com or the website that you will have at WordPress.com is in the cloud, and basically what that means is that the website is not physically stored at one place, but it is stored at multiple places, for instance, at more than one data center around the world. One thing about WordPress.com is that it is auto maintenance. That means basically that you don't need to go and update your site. You don't need to do all the hassle of maintaining your website. So in essence, you can kind of see that this is more for people that just wants to write. They don't want to waste time in actual website development or website coding, or even just WordPress maintenance, general practices that you do, which we will cover in this site. The pre-configured theme library is very, very limited. You get a lot of themes on WordPress, however, you're still limited to a certain degree with WordPress.com, whereas WordPress.org, which is self-hosted, you have a unlimited source of themes, and you can create your own themes, which we'll also have a look at in the syllabus. The WordPress.com doesn't have any plugins whatsoever, and when I'm talking about a plugins, I'm talking about a self-generated PHP program that can be installed to actually function or create or or maintain something on your website application. So, but don't get confused about a plugin if you do not understand what it is, because we will be covering that in more depth in the following videos. So one thing about WordPress, when we can wrap our head around it, is that it's zero hassle. You don't need to worry about it. I mean, you just go, you log in, you go, okay, hey man, let's post this, and this, add a picture, there you go, it's posted. However, it's, the downfall of .com is it looks very bland. It looks like a WordPress site. And if we go back to our previous video, which we discussed, we kind of said that, WordPress in essence is a multi-diverse CMS or blog application that you can install and kind of, create something unique, something imaginable for your website. So in essence, WordPress.com wrapped up in one little sentence is it's amazing for bloggers, but it's not ideal. So that is WordPress.com. Let's have a look at WordPress.org. WordPress.org, on the other hand, is self-hosted, right? You own that copy. It's a freeware. You will go, and we've already clicked and we downloaded the actual zip folder. We don't know what to do with it yet, though, but we've already downloaded it. And when we look at self-hosted and it's owned by you, that is your possession, and you can basically edit and alter it as you like. And in this WordPress syllabus, we'll kind of cover that. We're going to unravel how we can get WordPress to do what we want. And also WordPress.org, you know, that copy you've downloaded, it's on your server. So once again, it wraps around, it's owned by you. And another thing is it's managed by you. So if you're doing this for your client, I mean, it's still the client's website, yes, but you will probably manage it. And if it's not you, someone else will manage that WordPress site for a client. In essence, a client can, you know, if you have a client that is you've created the website for the client, right? And, you know, now the client has got some issues with the WordPress site. I mean, that WordPress site still needs to be maintained, it still needs to be managed, still needs to be updated. And, you know, getting a developer to do that is also crucial. And when you kind of sell a WordPress site to a client, you need to know that, or you need to inform the client that this also needs to take place, this also needs to happen. Another thing about WordPress.org, there's no limitations and no restrictions on the themes whatsoever. You can upload and install your own themes. You can go and create your own themes. There's no physical, how can I say, body that restricts you or that doesn't allow you to do that. And you have unlimited plugins now. Like I said in the back, plugin is basically a little web application or web service that's running, and you know you've got unlimited source of plugins, and you can also go and create your own plugins, which makes, you know, this a great alternative or a great method of creating a site for your client. So if we wrap up the two, .com is ideal for if you have a client, or if you have yourself that just wants to create a quick blog site, 1, 2, 3, get it up there and working. And WordPress.org is more specialized for if you want to create a website more tailored to exactly what you want or your client wants.